YouTube. What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to take you on a quick little peek in an area of my town that is called El Paseo, and it's really like a little, it's kind of like the center of town, and there's lots of little shops. It's like a little mall, an outdoor mall inside of like a giant courtyard. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the first little shop I'll show you. It's called Chanel. It's a little French boutique. The lady who owns it is French, and she travels back and forth all the time, bringing all kinds of cute stuff. So actually, this is a dress. It's pretty dressy for here. Usually it's like beachwear and stuff that they have in the window. A little bit on the pricey side for here, but you know, stuff like this, right? There we go, bikinis. For the times when you go out at night and you want to look cute. Little beach bags. What else do they have? Oh, these are Chucks. I got Chucks. And then different things like that. Lots of things in there, purses, what have you. So that's Chanel. There's a restaurant right over there, also French, and there's a lot of French-owned stuff here. It's almost like a little colony, which, you know, depending on how you feel about that, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, maybe it's neither. And this little store here, what is this called? Violette et Rose, Violet and Rose, or Violet and Pink. Just a little like sundry shop, little souvenirs, stuff for your house, little knickknacks and things, some little dolls. So more little random objects. Lots of cute little dolls down there. Those are made of, I don't know what they're made of, but something. Roosters. So there's another store in the Paseo. I'll give you a quick peek of how this looks. So as you can see, it's like an indoor mall. It's a courtyard. And upstairs, there's some doctor's offices, like an acupuncturist. There's a naturopath who used to be up there, who was French, and he's gone now. I used to go to him a few times, which is cool. There's a natural, like a homeopathic pharmacy in here. This bank. You know, a few things like this. There's a little restaurant, like a French wine cafe. So I'll show you a couple more. Now you get a sense. So the Paseo is like a very centrally located part of town here in Las Terrenas, where I live. This is an excursion company. If you ever come here, ATM tours. Oops, can you see that? ATM tours. Excursions. So they do all like the boating outings, different things like that, off-road. If you come, tell them that Free Island Girl sent you and you will get a discount. Yes, it's good to know people. This is another little boutique. This one is called Sun Valley. They also have lots of little it's clothes. I've shopped everywhere. Stuff in there is cute. Also on the pricey side, you know, so you gotta, I actually haggle a little bit in some of these stores, and you know, sometimes you get a little bump off. Like a little store with cute little, just different items. Right? And this is Tierra en Plata. Lots of jewelry. Pretty cool things in here. We have jewelry for men and for women. Not a cheap store. It's not like, and I say not cheap, I mean, you know, you might pay $50 for a pair of nice earrings or a bracelet or something, you know, lots of silver. And some unique pieces. So let me actually go in. I'll go in here and see. Oh, there's air conditioning too. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Puedo hacer un video? Okay, so I have permission now. So you can take a look in Tierra en Plata and see what they have. See? Necklaces. These are really kind of like very sort of ethnic looking, different types here. Lots and lots of things down here. Just a little bit of something for everyone. And then lots of silver. Hi. And they have stones. So native to the Dominican Republic are two stones. One is called amber. The other is Larimar, which is blue. It's kind of a turquoisey looking stone, but it's not turquoise, it's Larimar. So here's a peek. Larimar, lots and lots and lots. And there's amber. More amber and Larimar. Okay, so lots of that. And then all kinds of different stuff. More amber, As you can see, they have tons of Larimar, all different types. Some things in gold or gold looking, I don't know. Okay, so this is Tierra en Plata. When you come to Las Terrenas, you can come visit them. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Eric.
Eric, this is Eric.
Hola.
Tierra en Plata. When you come to Las Terrenas, come see him. Okay, tell him Free Island Girl sent you and he'll take care of you. Okay, ciao. Gracias. All right. They actually have 2 locations here in town, so they're doing pretty well. Hola?
Non, ils ont un petit tabac comme en France.
Okay, let's cross around. Hear the French, lots of French people here, so I'm not going to go down that way. It's not that much to show you down there. Well, there's more little shops, but you get the idea. Come around here, there's a dive shop here if you want to go scuba diving. Just all kinds of stuff. And as I said, upstairs, here there's a 2nd level. There's all kinds of offices all around. Architects, just, you know, businesses. So this little place right here, it's a little French bistro. It's actually a wine shop. I had some friends who used to live here and they owned this shop, but they moved back to the States and they sold it. They changed the name, so hola.
Hola.
Bonjour. So there's all kinds of fancy wines, French wines. You can come and sit and have a bite to eat. Sometimes they have a game playing on the TV there. Yeah. It's called Bistro Rendezvous des Amis. So they changed the name, new ownership. Sit outside, you can have breakfast here, a little something, a salad, cup of coffee, what have you. This is one of my favorite shops just because it's cool. This is Taxmi shop. These are things from like Indonesia, that area. Right, you see the elephant here, right? Really cool stuff. Also, all these shops are on the pricier side. When I say pricey, I mean it's not like super, super expensive, but not like Dominican cheap. Like everyone tells you what great deals you can get here. You know, it can be considered, if you're shopping in the US, you're probably gonna pay a lot more for this stuff, but for this town, for this country, it's a little more expensive. Like regular Dominicans are not shopping in these places, right? Okay. Hola. Hola. No se puede mantenerse sentado porque solo quiero hacer un video. Okay. Si puedo, para mostrar lo que hay aquí.
Okay.
So, todo está hecho en ¿dónde?
India, Indonesia.
Okay, so everything's from India and Indonesia. Todo. Wow. Por ejemplo, so for example, look at this interesting piece of art here. It looks like a car. All right. Lots of bed coverings. I bought some sandals from here, which are kind of cool. Little bowls. Like mosaic type stuff. Little dish, you know, put your keys in, put some your earrings, whatever. And they have little cute little boxes, jewelry boxes, what have you. And a fanny pack. Got lots of fanny packs here. And then more kind of interesting things. They got some of these statues, which you'll recognize if you've ever been to Asia, Bali, Indonesia, those areas. Well, Bali is Indonesia, but you know what I mean. You see that kind of stuff. Interesting fabrics and things. Anyway, that's this shop. Okay, gracias. Ciao, bye. All right, now I just want to stop and talk to a friend of mine. Oh, this is my friend Charlie Simon, who's an amazing artist. Charlie, voy a entrar en tu estudio. So Charlie is an interesting man. He's really nice. He's a friend of mine. He's an artist born, well, his family's from Haiti, so he's got Haitian blood, but he's Dominican because he was born here. And so I want to let him talk to you a little bit, not just about his art, but also about his experience. What, you know, kind of how he sees that Haitian-Dominican thing. I'll do another video on that specifically later. I'm just going to let him give you a taste of that because I do get a lot of questions about that. And I even have had friends who say, I'm not going to come to visit you because I refuse to visit and support a country that mistreats Haitians. And I'm always like, well, it's really not that simple. It's not that cut and dried. But that's another topic I'll save for later. I just want to show you his art real quick. So Charlie was actually trained at some art studios here, or sorry, art schools in the Dominican Republic. He studied under some art masters, Dominican art masters, and now he sells his paintings around the world. There's one here in the tube, this big tube back here. It's really large. That's going to Austria. His work hangs in the top restaurants in town, some of the most beautiful homes here. I have a piece of his art in my house, which I love. He does a lot of these kind of abstract works. If you get closer up, you can see there's a lot of detail in here, right? A lot of detail. And of course he does great color. So you see. And like, sort of like Van Gogh in some ways, some of the painting's really thick. There's a lot of texture. And so he does a lot of that kind of work. I'll see some of those back there. Different colors going in and out, you know, and he'll do custom work. If you say, oh, I like green, or I like blue, or I like whatever, he'll make one, you know, not exactly like you say, because he's got to be inspired, but you know, according to the size or design that you like in your house. There's one down here in yellow, I'll show you. And he also is known for doing lots of, I don't know if I'd call them portraits, but paintings of women. He says he does it because he loves women. Awesome. The one I have in my house is of a woman. It's just beautiful. They're beautiful. So here's one that's really sweet, very serene looking. Take a look at this. See there? I don't know if that's a girl or a woman, but in any event, it's that one. There's another one here, also with a white background. The one in my house has a black background. Oh, here's like a woman and child up here. See that? This one's a little bit different. This one. So he does a lot of interesting work. Oh, here's another one. This one's more colorful. I'll show you this. I'm trying to give you a peek at he has so much. He's always creating. Yeah, I saw one like this that was enormous in a beautiful home recently, and you know, they're all a little bit different, of course. Here's like maybe three sisters, or what have you. There's a lot. There's a lot. So I encourage you to check out Charlie Simon. I'll put his link in the description box if you have any interest. Of course, the price depends upon the size. If you're going to have it shipped to you, he ships worldwide. He has shown his work in museums throughout Europe, United States, have you. Because he's located here, you can get his work at a much lower price than if he were like in the US or someplace. So let me introduce you to Charlie real quick. Charlie,
Yes.
¿puede venir por favor? Mi amigo Charlie Simon. ¿Vamos a hablar en español? Sí?
Sí, español.
Okay, we're going to speak in Spanish and I'll translate a little bit. So, this is my friend Charlie.
Hola.
Hola. Charlie es el artista, so he's the artist. And I just wanted to ask you, well, dinos primero una parte de su entrenamiento de pintura.
Bueno, mi entrenamiento de pintura, sí, buenas tardes. Mi entrenamiento de pintura viene en diferentes etapas.
Okay.
Primero, cuando niño, yo practicaba mucho al lado de algunos maestros que vivían cerca de casa.
Okay, hold on. So I asked him to tell us about his training, his painting training. He's telling me when he studied under a lot of masters when he was a child. Let's go this way so the light can get you better. Mejor luz, okay, sí.
Y luego tuve la oportunidad de hacer algunos ensayos. Estudié un poquito en Chabón, en La Romana, hace muchos años, al inicio de
So
Chabón.
when he was starting, he worked in La Romana. Chamón es otro lugar.
La Romana.
La Romana.
Sí,
¿Qué es Chamón?
una ciudad.
Oh, so Chamón is another city. Yeah, okay.
La Romana.
Sí.
Pues bien. Y luego trabajando.
So then he just started working.
Trabajando
Yeah, so he
cuando hay
studied.
inspiración.
Studied, and then you just started working from inspiration. ¿Y qué es tu inspiración? Porque tienes muchos cuadros de mujeres.
Los cuadros de mujeres, quizás por la influencia picasiana.
Ah, okay. So he does a lot of his paintings of women. I asked him what's his inspiration because he has so many paintings of women. It's from Picasso.
La inspiración,
Okay,
puedo
inspiration from
decir
Picasso.
así.
Okay.
Y seguir la tendencia de pintar rostros de mujeres, siguiendo algunos pintores como Modigliani también.
So he followed the inspiration from other artists who did paintings of women, women's faces primarily, like Modigliani,
Picasso.
Picasso.
Entre los dominicanos podría hablar de Alberto Ulloa,
Alberto Ulloa is a famous Dominican painter. So he had inspiration
Cándido
from different,
Vidotto, esa gente.
okay, different painters he was inspired by. Sí.
Por ahí me fui, pero pinto unas mujeres muy mías, son muy mías las mujeres
Sí,
mías.
yeah.
Se pueden tener la influencia porque todo estaba hecho en la vida.
Entonces,
Pero-
¿en tu familia o en tus...?
En mi familia soy yo el único.
Okay, so he was painting women like he was inspired by women in his family. Okay.
En mi familia soy yo el único que pinta. Tengo una hija que puedo decir que si ella quiere puede pintar porque es muy buena dibujante.
Okay. Okay, muy bien. So voy a poner su correo electrónico en el video. Entonces, si alguien quiere contactarte, pueden hacerlo. So I told you I'm going to put his information, his website in the description box. You can check him out. He's an amazing painter, really, really talented. Una preguntita más, ¿okay? Entre la relación entre Haití y este país, porque yo sé que tú tienes países de Haití,
Sí.
pero eres dominicano.
Exacto.
¿Qué piensas? ¿Qué dices?
Mira, ¿cómo te puedo explicar la relación entre Haití y República Dominicana? A nivel diplomático tenemos muy buena relación. Ahora vamos a hablar del pueblo, el populacho, tanto el dominicano como el haitiano.
So just to be clear, I'm asking him now about the relationship between Haiti and the DR, because people have been talking about that so much. He's saying at the diplomatic level, there's no problems, but between people here, ¿qué piensas?
Mira, es un poco quisquilloso. Quisquilloso significa complicado.
So it's a little complicated.
Porque
Okay.
es un tema largo para desglosar. Yo, por ejemplo, yo soy hijo de abuelos haitianos.
So his grandparents were Haitian. He's saying it's
Innegable.
right.
No lo puedo negar. Pero crecí entre familias dominicanas en mi campo y son familias que no hemos llevado bien hasta ahora. Nada hubo de discriminación. O sea,
Okay.
que yo no he sufrido de
So
discriminación.
he's saying
nunca.
that although his grandparents were from Haiti, he grew up in a family of Dominicans because they were all here in the DR and didn't have any issue, no discrimination, no problems.
Entonces yo diría que de acuerdo a la sociedad que uno se desenvuelve, pueden ver casos, un caso aislado, donde pueden haber algún dominicano que no le guste el haitiano, algún haitiano que no le guste el dominicano. Pero esas son cosas que pasan en los países fronterizos.
So he's saying that you can always find cases of individual cases of Dominicans that don't like Haitians, Haitians that don't like Dominicans, but that's really common often when countries share a border. You know, France thinks they're better than Italians, Italians think they're better than French people, so it's kind of normal.
O sea,
Pero
que
en tu
algo-
día, dime.
Es algo que yo no quiero generalizar, decir que el dominicano trata mal al haitiano. Si lo diríamos así, entonces no hubiesen tanto haitianos en la República Dominicana, son muchos.
So he's saying he doesn't want to generalize because there's so many Haitians here. How would that work, right? No tendría sentido.
Exacto.
So it wouldn't make any sense, right? And so, pero, okay, bueno. Me dijiste antes que era una cosa de caso por caso. Depende de cómo se comporte la gente.
Exacto.
¿Verdad? So I was saying, he told me a little bit earlier, that it really depends on the person, like how you carry
Ahora, si
yourself.
me hablan de los salarios bajos,
Oh, sí,
ya
bueno,
esas son
otra cosa. So he's like saying if you're talking about like the pay that the Haitians receive, that's different because they do receive very low pay.
Exacto.
Yeah.
Pero
Por ejemplo, como 500 por día reciben por trabajo
no,
afuera.
depende si
Es
el
lo que yo
individuo
oí.
sabe trabajar. Por ejemplo, yo tengo amigos que son, ¿cómo le llaman a esto? Albañiles, los que
Albañiles.
trabajan en la construcción,
Okay,
pero que saben trabajar ya.
yeah.
Esas son personas que trabajan por un presupuesto. O sea, que dicen, vamos a hacer una casa.
Okay.
Y le dicen, ¿cuánto? Tanto, tanto. O sea, que ya no trabajan como un salario por día.
So he's talking now about
Ya es
Haitians
un
who
maestro.
work in construction, and they don't necessarily have like a fixed pay. It depends upon the budget of whatever the project is.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Conozco que trabajan y ganan muy buen dinero.
Right. Ah, sí. Bueno. Oh, so he's saying that that's actually good pay because they tend to have los presupuestos son
Son
mayores.
más porque son
they're
gente
bigger
que...
budgets
Si,
in most cases.
si es un albañil, no va a trabajar por 500 pesos.
Right.
Un albañil le va a trabajar mínimo, no sé, algún 2,000, 3,000 pesos al día.
Okay, so normally what I've heard is that Haitians who work in construction, like if you hire someone to build a fence for you, let's say, people pay them like 500 pesos a day, which is like $10 a day, which is really low. But he's saying in the case of, more developed projects, like, apartments or condos, they might make 2,000 or 3,000 pesos a day, which is $40 or $50. It sounds low to you and I, but here, that's actually a good salary. For example, a month's pay, or a month, por ejemplo, una renta, puede ser como 5,000 pesos, más o menos.
Bueno, ya es una casita.
So I've heard of people here who will pay 5,000 pesos a month for rent, which is $100. So if you're making $40 or $60 a day, that's good pay.
Yes.
Okay. Bueno, ya estamos a casi 20 minutos. Entonces, tenemos otra
vez.
So we're going to say another day we'll continue with this. We're at 20 minutes now. I want to cut it and let you guys just let all that you've experienced already sink in. Okay, pero muchas gracias, Charlie.
Siempre a tu solo.
Okay. I say thanks to Charlie. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.